When the Oculus Rift launched back in March, there was something noticeably missing, and the competing HTC Vive and PlayStation VR both highlighted the Rift's lack of motion tracking controllers to let you naturally interact with virtual objects and environments. They may be late to the party, but the Oculus Touch controllers make up for their tardiness by being the best hand-tracked controllers around. The major feature that makes the $200 Touch controllers feel better than the Vive's alternative is a much greater sense of control over your in-game hands. By holding the index finger trigger, you can grab something, but holding the middle finger trigger on the grip means you can grab an object like a gun and still have your index finger free to pull the trigger. Even cooler, the buttons and thumbstick on the controller's face know when your thumb is just resting on them, not just when you're pushing a button. So by lifting your thumb and holding both triggers, you can give an in-game thumbs up. Gestures like that turn your hand from a blunt instrument into something with finer control, and it feels like a big step in the direction of having fully articulated virtual fingers, though we're nowhere near there yet. In keeping with the Rift itself, setting up the Touch controllers is quick and easy thanks to the on-screen instructions on the Oculus client. They wirelessly sync directly to the Rift headset, which means it doesn't occupy another USB port, but also that you'll never be able to use the Touch controllers with any other VR headset. The Touch package also includes a second Rift sensor for improved tracking. My play area is roughly the recommended 5 by 7 feet, which allows me to comfortably sidestep bullets and duck under punches. It took me less than 10 minutes to be up and running. The Touch controllers feel very well built, and they're half the size of the Vive's controllers. The black plastic is solid and dense enough that the delicate-looking tracking ring that encircles your fingers barely flexes at all when pushed. And my pair has survived a few accidental bangs without any marks. Because the right and left controllers are built to fit that hand, they can be awkward to pick up when you have the headset on, even when you can see them represented in the virtual world. After a week of moderate use, both batteries still say they have full charge, even though most of that use has been in games that make frequent use of the satisfying rumble for gun kick. The cover for the single AA battery in each controller is magnetically held in place and feels surprisingly solid. I've never said the words, "Hey, come check out this awesome battery compartment cover" to anybody about anything until now. Tracking has been excellent with only rare glitches, and plenty accurate enough to do some elaborate things with the amazing included art programs, Medium and Quill, which are similar to Google's Tilt Brush. If you've never used a program like this, it's revelatory. Where the Touch still can't quite keep up with the Vive is that, like the PSVR, it has a blind spot behind you where its view of your hands is blocked by your body. I've run into plenty of occasions where I turn 180 degrees to shoot an enemy behind me, or reach for an item and find my hand stops before it reaches the intended target. Oculus's solution for this is to sell you a third sensor for another $80 to cover that last angle and achieve full room-scale VR tracking. If you have an Oculus Rift, the Touch controllers are an absolutely must-have accessory. With these comfortable and versatile controllers, Oculus has finally closed most of the gap with the competing Vive, and surpasses it in the dexterity of your virtual hands. The only major weakness is that the out-of-the-box set doesn't give you full 360-degree coverage. Even so, adding hand tracking to your VR setup opens up many worlds of possibilities, and the Touch controllers are the finest option available. For more on everything VR, stick with IGN.